Well, the conclave begins Tuesday. 115 cardinals to vote inside the Sistine Chapel. Conclaves in the past century have averaged between 2 and 5 days, and only then do we get a new pope. The Wall Street Journal's John Stoll joins us now from Rome on the phone. Thanks for being there, John.
Hey, Simon. Thanks for having me.
So, what is the mood like in Rome now as the cardinals are all there? What is it feeling?
I think there's a lot of open-ended question sort of environment going on right now. I think if you look at the field, it's pretty wide open right now, as opposed to maybe 8 years ago, where most people thought that the odds were right on. Joseph Ratzinger, the cardinal at the time, to be the next pope. It turned out to be that way. It's anything but a sure bet at this point that any one of the 115 cardinals is going to be pope.
Now, what are the issues that are going to decide who is the new pope? Because clearly there are a lot of things facing the Catholic Church at the moment.
Well, there are a lot of things at play. I think the first thing that comes to mind is that 8 years ago it was really about continuity. This time it's more about governance, and the issue of here at the Vatican, for instance, this latest scandal with VatiLeaks and the implications that there was a lot of infighting and a misuse of money, and obviously in the United States and in other strongholds there's been the whole issue of the sexual abuse. So it's the ability to turn that conversation back around and sort of clean up, if you will, the Vatican, but also to communicate to a wider audience that is outside of North America and Europe, Asia, Africa, Latin America, be able to speak in very clear and crisp terms of what the message of Catholicism is going forward.
Now, John, traditionally popes have not come from Africa or Latin America. Is that likely to change this time, or is there a chance it will?
Well, the big names that we're hearing right now tend to be European or North American, but there's a lot of speculation there now that somebody like Peter Turks from Ghana, somebody from Latin America, somebody else even from Asia could be placed as the next pope. And the reason this is because the demographic has so radically changed in recent decades toward these, if you will, more emerging markets for the Catholic Church, away from places like Europe and North America. There are more cardinals from those places voting in the last two conclaves, this one and the last one. So the tides could change in that direction. We'll have to wait and see.
Now, John, in previous pope pickings, basically for the last 600 years, there's also been a funeral at the same time. Does that change the mood in the city?
Well, I think it definitely has. I think the issue has been, you've got an absence of mourning. 8 years ago, John Paul II had died, and it led to millions of people coming to Rome to mourn the loss of a very well-loved pope. This time you have a resignation, so you don't have that sort of period of mourning. He's gone off into the sunset. It's been a month since he, first said he was going to resign, and he's been off the stage for a while. So that's led to a real litany of speculation, both from the casual standpoint, but also very serious speculation here in Rome in terms of who's jockeying for position, what the right direction is going to go, and it's definitely dominated the headlines here in Italy, and then we've also seen that obviously globally at this point with a lot of speculation coming in from Canada, North America, Latin America. Yeah.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you very much, John Stoll of the Wall Street Journal, and we will have continuing coverage of the Papal Conclave right here on WSJ Live and WSJ.com, so keep it here.